Good morning, stamping friends. This is Jenny from Celebrate the Journey. And it is Thursday morning, time for cards and coffee. So grab a cup of coffee, tea, water, and join me. This will be a fairly short little craft session because it's just a quick last minute gift card holder for you. It can be a gift card holder, it can be a money holder. I guess it could also just hold a sweet little note. I'm not real sure. Whatever you want to put in it, it will work just fine. So let's get started. I have my trimmer out because we're going to do some scoring. And I've just chosen a piece of Christmas paper. This is from Celebrate the Season, I believe. You want something that the inside or the back side kind of goes with the front side and won't be upside down if you're cutting it like just kind of a random pattern. Works the best. I think you'll see that when we start working on it. This is such pretty paper. I'm glad I still have just a little bit left. So before we get started, let's talk about the clearance rack. Has lots of items on it. It has some items that say not currently available. That means that I think they're probably in a separate warehouse and they need to put them back into the inventory. So be watching that clearance rack because there's some things on there I know you want. The classic label punch will be on there. Some other punches, some dies that, I don't know if dies. Blends, there's lots of blends on there for half price. I'm going to buy those. So make sure you look at the items that you might be wanting and be watching for them to come back in stock. Let's see. There's also the Last Chance. Those are the items that will not be carrying over into the new catalog. So most of the Christmas ones and Halloween, the Halloween papers, the Thanksgiving papers. So if those are some things you want for next year, go ahead and get them. Some of them are discounted and some are not. So you'll just have to pick and choose. So there's always something worth looking for when you start shopping. Make sure you use the correct host code. So this is 4 1/4 by 10 inches. And we're going to just create a very simple gift card holder with it. So I'm going to turn it, I don't know which side is easier to see the score line, so we'll see. We're going to score at 2 3/4. Five 1/2, and 8 3/8. That's the tricky one. There we go. I saw this on a German demonstrator's page. And of course it was in German and centimeters, and I had to do math. That's pretty scary. I have a ruler that helped me out here. On this side, we're going to measure 2 inches up. Let me move my trimmer. We're going to need it back, but it's kind of in the way. We're going to measure 2 inches from the bottom and make a little pencil mark. And on this side, we're going to measure 1 inch on both ends. So it's kind of hard to see those pencil marks, but we can erase them later. Now we'll use our trimmer, and we're going to trim. We want to be able to see this fold from the crease, the score line, to the 1 inch. We're going to cut that corner off. And we'll do the same here. If it helps you to put a pencil mark at the score line, you can do that. The older my eyes get, then I think sometimes I need to do that. Now we're going to go to this score line and our 1 inch. I think I'm going to need to put a mark there. It is tricky. The busier the paper, the harder it is to see. There we go. And we've pretty much finished our card. We don't need those. Don't think those marks are going to show, but we'll erase them just in case. Now we'll put this to the side. Now this is the way our card's going to look. Well, kind of like a little wallet. And when we open it up, our gift card or money can go in there. So I just have a 2 1/4 inch piece of paper to go here for our sentiment. We'll go ahead and do that. And I'm sticking to greens here. So we'll use shaded spruce. I'll have a few red berries. I've got to get my red ink. I forgot to pull it off the shelf. And any sentiment that you want. I chose wishing you Christmas cheer, magical moments that last all year. And then this little holly I thought kind of went with it okay, so we'll put that down there. Color these little berries red. We don't need to do a whole lot on the inside. And definitely we're going to use some Winko Stella here. And since this is a water-based ink, it should drag our green. Make it look kind of like we watercolored it. That looks nice and soft. Now, if you're using water-based inks, this will work. If you're using permanent inks, it will not drag the color. Let's clean that off and put a little glitter on our red. That just came out nice and sweet, didn't it? We'll put that to the side until we put everything together. Got to get my red ink. So we're going to stamp some holly, some berries, and a pine branch. I'm not sure. So I couldn't decide which green to use my pine branch. But we'll figure that out when the time is right. We'll do some berries. And let's see, let's do the granny apple green first. See what it looks like. I kind of like that. I like the brighter. Oh, and look, it's nice and shaded. I like that. Okay, so we can cut these out with our dies. This has matching dies to go with it. And we'll put that in the cut and emboss machine. Cut them all close to being all at the same time. You remember the card I did 2 weeks ago, we used this same stamp set. And we made 4 cards with all at one time. I thought those came out so pretty. I love this stamp set. Probably be a keeper. You know, we have a new catalog coming out in January, along with a new 2 months of celebration. So you should be getting a catalog in the mail towards the end of the month. I think that might need a little trimming. And let's cut one more of these. So it's always fun to see new things. There's some nice Asian inspired sets in this catalog, and cute little Easter bunny, some Valentines. Lots of choices for you. I have tried not to study it too much because I still have things to make for Christmas. So I'll be getting to that soon though. Let's see. I think this one needs a little trimming. It got off just a tiny bit. It's a nice thing about these that you can always rescue your mistakes. Okay, now let's put our gift card holder together. I'm going to go ahead and put this here. Our sentiment. I want to make sure I can see that fold. Now here, I think tear and tape would be the best, just because the tombow might be a little bit messy. and take time to dry. So we're just going to seal the side up with tear and tape. Off a tiny bit there. We have almost finished our Christmas shopping, but I did need this gift card for one special person. Now, I just have some pitiful little money we're going to put right there, but see, money or a gift card will work just fine. Now you can tie this shut, but I decided I would use Velcro. Now you can get these Velcro dots. I think I got mine at Walmart. Joann's, anywhere like that would work fine. And for something small like this, I usually cut them into a 1/4 inch. Now let me show you the trick to lining them up. Is you go ahead and put the 2 pieces together. Put that one where you want it. Leave them together. And now when you shut that, it will stick. And now they're lined up perfectly. So that will hold our gift card holder together. And we're going to put our, we need a label to write on. So we're going to run this through just so we can have a blank label. You could just use a strip of leftover paper. That would work fine too. Those 1/4 inch strips that you always have left over from trimming your paper. Let's see how we want this to look. Put our branches. To make this as fancy or as plain as you want. Had some, I wasn't going to tie it shut, but I thought maybe a pretty piece of ribbon might look fun. Give it some sparkle. Let's put a little sparkle there. Pick has glue all over it. I'm gonna have to get the glue gone out. I think we can put these on with some mini dimensionals. And going to have to put a little bit of sparkle on our berries. Let's do that before we glue them down. And I think these can certainly have dimensionals. And then we'll put a name on this and slide it in here. So that's our quick and cute little gift card holder. Like I said, if you wanted to tie it with a ribbon, you could. But I think the Velcro makes it a little less fussy. And of course you could put some jewels on there if you wanted a little more bling. So thanks for joining me for Cards and Coffee. I hope you got a quick little lesson in, and we'll enjoy making some card holders like this. You could also put tea bags or a little bath salts. There's all kinds of things that might fit in that size, about 2.5 inches. Doesn't have to be money, does it? Just the thought. So thanks for joining me today, and I will be back next week. Bye.